Hey y'all, it's K Divine. Finally coming back with another message. Finally, it's been like a week. Like if you saw my last video I posted, like I'm sorry I've just been going through a lot. Got a lot going on right now. Yeah, life is just life, you know? And that's just the way you be. And you just gotta roll with the punches and you just gotta keep moving forward. Like right now I'm already running. It's crazy because I'm the one that changed my schedule to come in earlier and I'm running late. But it's all good. It's all good. I'll only be a couple minutes late. But since I'm running late, I might as well just go ahead and do a quick message for you. And I was thinking about this while I was in the shower. I've been doing a lot of looking into a lot of reading about sensitivities and the way that manipulators assume that kind and gentle people are easy targets, which in a lot of times they are, especially those that believe that you are oblivious to what's really happening behind the scenes. And I wanted to talk about the reason why they call you sensitive and say, oh, you're too sensitive, or you take things too personally, too seriously. It was just a joke. The reason why they do that is because your intuitiveness is a threat to them. And what do I mean by that? I read yesterday that highly sensitive people, so if you're very spiritually aware, if you are neurodivergent, if you're autistic and you have sensory differences, I won't even say issues because I don't really think that they're issues, they're just differences. If you have sensory differences than others and you feel things on a deeper level, on a deeper scale, you're highly intuitive. Now, the way that you're able to tap into that intuitiveness is when self-love got to come in the factor of that. Because for a lot of us, we weren't taught to love ourselves. A lot of us grow up with our critics being heavy in our ear. Like when you hear the voice of some of it, so for some people it might be your mother, some of it might be your teachers, your family, the things that people said to you when you start thinking to yourself like, oh, maybe I can go out and do XYZ and maybe that might work, and then something in you says like, you're not good enough for that, and it could just be the voice of like your mom or whoever it was that doubted you the most. Now, if you need an example, like go look at the movie Soul, when 22 became a lost soul, and when the guy, I can't think of his name right now, when he went inside of her her little depression bubble, and she kept hearing all the voices of everyone that she had spoken to, all the different people from history that she had over time had spent time with, and they would just say how stupid she was and how lazy she was and how she wasn't good at anything, like that's what she heard, because that's what she believed, because she heard it so many times. So people will tell you that you're sensitive when they're hurting your feelings, because your intuitiveness is telling you that this is wrong. Like when you call somebody out and say like, hey, like that really wasn't cool, that wasn't nice, or I didn't like that, and they say, you're just taking things too seriously, you're so sensitive all the time, like you can't take a joke at all, like, oh my god, that is them evading accountability for hurting you. And for some of us, we grew up hearing that all the time, so we just stopped saying stuff and we just assumed that was normal, that it was cool for people to disrespect us, that it was cool for people to joke with us all the time. But honestly, people who like you don't joke with you like that. People who truly like you don't talk down to you and hurt your feelings. And when they unintentionally hurt your feelings and you confront them about it and say, hey, I really didn't like what you said to me the other day, that really just rubbed me the wrong way, that really hurt my feelings, they don't get upset. They say, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, that was not my intention to hurt you, I will do better. And they will move forward knowing that they understand and take accountability for the fact that even though they did not intentionally hurt you, they were not intentionally trying to hurt you, that they still in fact hurt you, that there was harm that was still done. And when I tell you, like, manipulators will weaponize your sensitivity, like, this is how people are able to easily love bomb you as well. In that love bombing stage, this is why you can't give people the blueprint on you, okay? Like, especially in dating, because there are people who will come into your life and, you know, they'll start asking you questions like, oh, well, what are you looking for in a partner? What are you looking for in a man? What are you looking for in a woman? And you tell them exactly what it is that you're looking for, and they'll pretend to be that. See, 52. They'll pretend to be exactly what it is that you just told them. And you're like, oh my God, this person is perfect. Like, they're giving me all these gifts. You know, they're showering me with all this love and all this affection. And that's how they'll hook you. And then as soon as you're good and comfortable, as soon as they know, like, oh, I got this person wrapped around my finger, that's when they switch up on you. That's when they start to devalue you. And that's when that manipulation starts. That's when that whole, oh, you're too sensitive. This is when those little sly jokes start coming into play. Like, oh, that dress makes you look fat. And it's like, what? I mean, it, like, you know what I mean. You know, they'll say things like that. And they'll test the waters and see how far they can go and see how much they can get away with. So I'm telling you this right now. Your intuitiveness really threatens them. This is why this is the reason why they call you sensitive. Because they know that you see through it. And for those of you that are unhealed, they're always gonna come. Always, that's the first thing they're gonna come for. And if they're not coming for your sensitivity, the next thing they're gonna try to do is say that you're crazy. That's how it always goes. They're always gonna say you're crazy. You're crazy. You're just making things up. Those things never happened. They will whole ass sit in your face and tell you that the things that you saw and experienced did not happen. I need you to hear me and hear me good. They will tell you that the things that you saw and the things that you experienced didn't happen. They got a whole song, 7337. They got a whole song. It wasn't me. I saw you kissing that girl in the shower. I saw you. Just tell her it wasn't you. That's that whole song. That's what Shaggy's telling him. Tell her it wasn't you, and that she's just imagining it. And he even said, I'm gonna tell her that I'm sorry for the things that I've done. And he was like, nah, bro, just tell her that it wasn't you. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they will hold that. I mean, even Eddie Murphy, if you go watch Eddie Murphy Raw, he even talks about that, where he says, like, your girl could catch you cheating, and you like, wasn't me. Oh no, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. She'd be like, maybe it wasn't you. Maybe I am tripping. Like, don't get hit with the okie doke, y'all. Do not get hit with the okie doke. These people want to change reality so that you question yourself and doubt what it is that you experience. And I'm just telling you, like, your intuitiveness really truly is a threat to them. They cannot survive doing the things that they're doing around people who are too aware. And this is why, for a lot of us, now that we are very spiritually aware and we have high levels of discernment, I saw somebody with a license plate yesterday that said discernment, so I knew I had to talk about it soon. We have high levels of discernment. A lot of people are not going to like you. A lot of people are not going to like you because, like I said, when you're highly intuitive and you can catch up on things very quickly, you can spot patterns, you have high pattern recognition skills, a lot of people aren't going to like you because a lot of people aren't self-aware, but they're self-aware enough to know when someone around them can see through them. And that can be extremely scary to a manipulator because, I mean, why wouldn't it be scary? Like, you know, like, you got somebody around that could expose everything that you've worked so hard to create. Because you have to understand, narcissistic people and people with narcissistic personality traits and tendencies, a lot of them have curated, and I say this all the time, they have curated this version of themselves that doesn't exist. It's not real. It's not their real self. And they have convinced themselves, they rewrite history, they rewrite reality, and tell everyone, no, this is really who I am. And they make up stuff, they take credit from other people so that they can portray themselves to be this person that they're not. And then here comes your ass, your truly authentic self, your highly intuitive, high integrity type of person, coming around a person who's completely fake. They don't know what to do. They want to silence you and they want to put you down as far as they can. This is why some of y'all will go through some of the worst spiritual warfare, because you got people who legitimately want you buried. Like, they don't want anyone to see you. They don't want people to know who you are. They don't want people getting any glimpse of you as a person, because that is a threat to them. They feel like your rise is going to be their downfall. Because like I said, a lot of these people lie to themselves, and a lot of these people got achievements from taking credit from other people. And they're wondering, how is it that this person naturally is just like this? And I've had people ask me, like, what do you do? What do you do? And I'm like, what the fuck are you asking me? What do you mean, what do I do? What they're really asking is, how are you the way that you are? Like, what do you do to be this way? It's like, I just am. I just am. This is who I am. I choose to be myself. I choose to naturally, like, if my body tells me we don't like that, we don't like that. Period. Like, my brain tells me, like, it's safe to say this, and it don't always get it right. It don't. I mean, clearly. I mean, especially being on a social media platform, I definitely don't always get it right. I don't. So it's like, I just choose to be myself authentically, and I take accountability for the things that I have done and the things that, that I've done wrong. Like, so it's like, if that's just me. But like I said, a lot of these folks be out here faking it. They be trying to pretend to be stuff that they're not, and then they wonder why they're miserable all the time and they can't keep up with you. That's really the reason why they don't like your ass. This is why they'll try to gaslight you to the bitter end, because they want you to believe so badly, no, you're the problem. It's you. You're the issue. And only if you were gone, none of these issues would happen. And then you're like, okay, cool, bet. And then when you leave, when you decide to leave those situations, whether it be a job, whether it be a relationship, or, whatever the case may be, when you decide to leave, and now all of a sudden these people are confused, like, oh, well, what do you mean? Like, it's like, I remember, like, at the end, when I didn't show up to work at my last job, when I stopped showing up to work, and I didn't say anything to anybody, I didn't yell, I didn't scream, I didn't have no big dramatic exit or anything like that, even though I had every right to. Even though I had every single right to crash out at that place, I just chose silence, and I chose to just sever, like, the cords completely with those people. And those people were still trying to get in touch with me. Still. Like, most jobs, you don't show up for your shift, they just be like, you know what, sayonara, friend. It's the O for you. Like, they'll just be like, oh, well, that person just stopped showing up. And if you have people who are close with you, they'll try to check in with you. But those people were sending me mail. Like, they sent me emails about, they're like, you're 3 consecutive, what did she say? The HR director? I'm sorry, human capital director. What did she say to me? My 3 consecutive no-call, no-shows. And I was like, 3 consecutive? I'm like, nobody gets 3 strikes. Not over there, they don't. I'm like, nobody gets 3 strikes. The handbook says something about, like, if you no-call, no-show, that's termination. Like, you just didn't show up for work and you didn't call nobody, you didn't say nothing, bye. But I'm like, so y'all waited 3 days to fire me, or y'all waited 3 days to terminate me? Like, I'm confused. I'm so confused. Like, I did not understand. And it's just so crazy to me, because I'm like, why are y'all still trying to get in contact with me? It's like, because they worked so hard to try to get a reaction out of you, and you leave them with nothing. They were grasping at straws at this point. Like, she sent me an email, and then she sent me the same email in paper form via FedEx to get it to me. And I was like, what was the purpose of that? It was like just to get me to try to say something. They, at the time, me and my partner weren't together, and they kept calling him all day, talk about something. She needs to call us. She needs to talk to us. And I'm like, no, I don't. You don't owe Jobs anything. If you decide that you don't want to work there anymore, you don't owe those people an explanation as to why you're not coming in. You don't. If you just decide not to show up to work, which I mean, depending on the way that the job treated you, you should definitely try to, be more cordial about it. But like I told y'all, I got mobbed at my last job, so I wasn't saying shit to nobody. I wasn't about to be like, oh yeah, well, I'm just letting you know that I've decided that I would like to go my separate way. Like, no, I'm not. Like, they didn't even deserve any of my words, the way that those people treated me. Like, how badly those people treated me. Yeah, they didn't deserve any of my words. Like, it was not. It was done before I left. It was done before I left. Okay, and I know that my intuition was a threat to them because I knew too much, and that's why they wanted to get rid of me. But that's also why they wanted me to go crazy. They wanted me to go crazy because they know that I knew way too many of their secrets, but they're sloppy. Y'all got criminals out here that are just so sloppy. You're like, man, I figured out your scheme a long time ago. They're idiots, but it's okay, guys. It's okay. It's all right. But I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming back. I know it's been crazy, but like I said, I'm gonna try to get this all back together, get it re-upped again, because it's just, I haven't had the opportunity to really do this. So yeah, I love you guys though. I love you so much, and it's your girl K Divine, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.